Okay, what's up everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another stream. Man, we just keep rolling these out. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I do appreciate that. Yeah, got a great stream for you guys today. I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff leading up into a potential podcast that I might or might not be on tonight. So what's good everyone? OJ here. Actually, it was supposed to be the Spawncast pre-show, but I forgot to title it that. So yeah, we're gonna lead up into it. But what's good, everyone? Let's first go into some of the ninja news, and then we'll get into some of the topics and talk Metroid and Shin Megami Tensei and Grand Theft Auto and all these other games and stuff that's coming out, man. Because it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. So first, ninja news. Thank you guys for watching the Switch news video that I had today. You can expect that kind of style going forward. I'm going to make sure that we get you guys the best Switch news and Nintendo news and RPG news. So I'm just going to kind of put it all together. So look out for that, guys. So yeah, they'll just be random. They'll be up whenever they're up. But yeah, I'll have those videos. But yeah, over 5K views. 4th best out of my last 10 for the video this morning. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do have a pretty funny Metroid Dread video going up tomorrow. So make sure you guys check that out if you have it, or make sure you check it out tomorrow. We have the Super Smash Brothers Great Ninja War Tournament, the King of Smash, that's going down tomorrow too. So tomorrow morning, just look out for that on the channel. So that's a $1,500 or $1,500 prized tournament, payouts for top 8. It's not a very big tournament when it comes to the amount of people, but it's going to be a very competitive and good playing tournament. So it should be a lot of fun. So come through if you don't have anything to do tomorrow, or just come through, watch it on your mobile phone or whatever the case is, you know. So all right, so there's that. Next up, we also have shout outs. So if you're here in the chat, Elite Ninja stuff. So we got an Elite Ninja member here, guys. We got 479 elites here in the village. I want to appreciate and say thank you to everybody who has that badge next to their name. Seriously, it really does mean a lot to me. The fact that we were able to keep so many Elite Ninja 2 even on my little consistent streaming break. But let's see if we can get back to 500 Elite Ninja. If you want to support the stream, you can always pledge $1 as a sub here on the channel. And if you type in !member, you can do that. Or check out the link in the description. And it gives you access to a bunch of benefits, emotes, all sorts of stuff. So thank you guys so much to everybody who has already supports, and thank you to anybody who's going to be a future Elite Ninja here on the channel. It really does mean a lot to me, and it does help keep the streams going if you enjoy the daily content and streams. So thank you guys so much for that. All right, next up, shout outs. So if you're in the chat, feel free to say hi. I'd be more than happy to say hi back to all the people here. What time does it start? Just come here in the morning. It'll be morning time. I think we're getting started around, I think 9 a.m. PT, so 12 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, just come through, have your notifications on. And yeah, it should be pretty good. All right, JV, what's good? Super Miguel, Mr. Davis is here. What's good, Mr. Davis? Welcome to the stream. Zach F is here as well. Pasha B is here. Welcome, Jaybird. Shout outs, welcome. Shout outs to Jaybird, my boy. Good to see you here, always in all the streams. You're like Dior. You're like Dior 2. Hey, Bead Queen, what's good? Welcome to the stream, Bead Queen. Queen of Beads, the Hokage. Marcus Williams Jr. What's good, Marcus Williams? Dark Synchron, what is up? Astral's off the chain. What's good? What's good? Shout outs. Dark Synchron, man. He's looking to win that tournament tomorrow. Yo, shout outs to Kriosin Bomb with the first Ninja Blood. The first Ninja Blood. Thank you so much, Kriosin Bomb, for the $5 donation. Says hiya Fred. Thank you for the $5 super sticker. I do appreciate that. You guys give some love, respect, and emotes to Mr. Kriosin Bomb. Always supporting the streams. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Kriosin Bomb. Thank you for the $5. Anybody that does more than 5 will supplant the current Stream Ninja and Stream Hokage, Mr. Kriosin Bomb. Shout out to Mr. Davis. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to hearing your impressions. Bobby Jr., what's good? Welcome to the stream. Mr. B. Martin, what's good? Welcome to the stream. Minato Mario. Dark Synchron, what is good? Isaac Gentry, what's up? Welcome. What is good? The Batman. Yo, the Batman is back. The Batman is back. Shout outs. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. J2 Blue, what is good? Welcome. Skipbit Production, what is up, Skipbit? Welcome to the stream. Corey D, what is good? Welcome. Shout outs to everybody coming through. Seriously, good to see all the familiar faces and even some new people too. Alonzo Vines is here as well. Welcome to the stream. TS, what's up, TS? Welcome. Can't forget the almighty TS. Enrique, what's up, man? What is good? Says huge Metroid Dread plus Switch OLED NPD sales. Well, you gotta say the whole thing, not just huge Metroid. Huge Metroid plus Switch OLED NPD sales. So if you put it all together in a coherent sentence, then then it makes sense. Like the English language, Enrique? It makes sense when you add the plus in there, my boy. Let's see here. Laney Omega, what's good? Ragnarok and Roll, what's up, man? That's an interesting name. What's up, J2? Corey D, once again. Maze Kid, what's up, man? Welcome. Good to see you guys all here. Shout outs. Kenny L, what's up, Kenny L? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream, boys and girls. Oh, man, it's good to see all you guys here, man. It's good to see all you guys here. I didn't really sleep well last night, or this morning, so it's good to just kind of get up and get things going. Get the stream going and just lead into the, to all the hype that's going down. So looking forward to it. Casual Noob Gamer, what's good, man? Welcome to the stream. Shout out. It's good to see that Renangon there. Kenny L, what's up? Nightshade, what is up, man? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs, guys. Good to see all you guys roll through. Man, seriously, it's good to see you guys roll through. What's up? Popeye for Game of the Year. Yes, sir. Popeye Game of the Year. Game of the Year is Popeye. There could be no other Game of the Year outside of Popeye. That is the ordained. That is the thing that is happening. It's Popeye or nothing. Oh my gosh. Popeye or nothing, boys and girls. All right. Let's see here. Anybody else that I missed? I think I pretty much got everybody for the most part. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good, boys and girls. All right, so let's go and get into the shot. Or let's go into shot. We already got into the shout outs. Let's go and get into the news for the day. Kind of wrapping things up. Fix your credit card thing. So today I can donate. Yesterday I didn't work. Okay, cool. No problem. No problem, Mr. Davis. Cyberpunk versus Popeye. Yeah. Cyberpunk versus Popeye. So here's the thing, guys. We have some more interesting information on the Metroid Dread sales. So as you guys know, so let's see here. As you guys know, many people are very interested in the sales of Metroid Dread. There are bets, side bets, forward bets, back bets, and there are lots of interesting talk around this game. Oh, hold up here. Oh, yo, what's up? The Batman. I'm Batman, and I got $20 to give you. Shoutouts, yar days. Yar. Here, yar. Yo, thank you so much, the Batman, with the $20. I do appreciate that. You guys give some love, respect, and emotes to the Batman, or he'll kick your butt and freaking take you to jail. Shout outs to the Batman. Thank you for the 20, man. I appreciate that. So, the sales came out, and it sparked all sorts of interesting discussion. I did watch RGT's video in full, and I'm pretty sure it's the 5 stages of grief. I'm almost positive that it's some weird video game version of the 5 stages of grief. Like, not like it's a joke, but I'm like, I think that there's some truth to me saying that it's the 5 stages of grief, Let's see here. Shinru with the $10 says, calling all haters who said Nintendo puts the least amount of effort into HD remasters or low-end cash grabs. Owe them an apology. I wasn't even gonna buy GTA, but damn, play any from Octopath Traveler, my favorite Switch HD 2D game by far. Dragon Quest 3 hype. Yeah, shout outs, man. I got a video coming up on that, by the way, too. Like a kind of like a funny video talking about that. So yeah, man. But thank you for the $10. Zhao boys. Shout out to my man Shinru. Thank you for the 10. You guys give some love, respect, and emotes. Keep the support up. Let's get it. Let's get some hype for today. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the support. RGT my blabber about Metroid Dread again in the Spawncast too. I don't know if he'll be at the Spawncast tonight. I think he said something about not feeling well or something like that. So he might be there, he might not. But It'll be interesting because I mean, basically what's happening right now is that I've calculated out of every single Nintendo Switch game that's ever came out, there has been no game that I have counted from a first party standpoint in Nintendo's way that has sold the amount that it sold in the time that it sold it and not went on to sell 3 million units in 1 year. There's very, very, very few games. Nothing that I could count or find that Nintendo's actually given us data for. So the chances of Metroid Dread not passing 3 million in 1 year, comparative to other Nintendo Switch games, is little to none from the data that I found. So it'll be interesting to talk about that on the Spawncast. I've got some more data too. So shout outs to Mr. Davis with the big Renangon. Shout out to Mr. Davis with the big Renangon donation. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. You guys give some love, respect, and emotes to Mr. Davis with the big $50. Thank you so much, Mr. Davis. I do appreciate the 50, my boy. Thank you for that. And supporting big time. Thank you, Mr. Davis. I appreciate that, bro. Seriously. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the $50. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys give some love and respect and emotes to Mr. Davis. Give him some respect. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Switch OLED off to a hot start as well. 314,000 sales. Switch went back to being #1 on the NPD charts. 711,000 sales. So things are looking okay. Looking okay. Let's see how we'll freeze over before. I mean, I would be very surprised if Dread doesn't. That'd be an anomaly for sure. The thought of playing Balan got him sick, maybe, but I don't know. I don't want to speak for him though. I don't want to speak for him. Yo, shout out to Mr. Davis again with another $10. Says OJ, I can't wait to get off work today. Go play that game. Yesterday I got, like you said, yeah, I love the new game. It's fish only. Let's go. Yo, shout outs. Let's go. Let's go. SMT. SMT hype in the chat for Mr. Davis. Thank you so much for another $10 donation, increasing that Hokage lead to $60. So thank you so much, Mr. Davis. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that with the $60 total so far, man. We're going to put that in there for you. Thank you so much, Mr. Davis. I don't know if anybody will be able to top Mr. Davis today, but he's definitely out here pulling through, supporting the Elite Ninja Village. Thank you so much, man. Paul Gale Network said Metroid Dread video this morning. Thank you for keeping it good too. Here's to some great SMT5 news to follow. Yes, sir. It's crazy how people complain about Skyward Sword HD being basic, yet Sonic Colors Ultimate and GTA Trilogy Definitive Editions are both messed up. Very ironic. Yeah. Let's see here. Has Metroid Dread reached 3 million? No, watch my videos. We're talking about the sales. I've already talked about the sales, I think twice down at this point when it comes to Metroid Dread. So make sure you catch the videos, Raven Gamer guy. Catch the video so you kind of understand what's going on, and like the context when I speak, because whenever I talk in my streams, if I've made multiple videos, I'm guessing that you kind of at least know, like you've watched at least one of them since then. So make sure you hit the notification bell and check out my sales videos whenever they go up. So then you'll know the context of how we're speaking. So it hasn't hit 3 million yet, but watch the vids. I'm so mad. I went to order Zelda Game & Watch the other day in my cart and checked out and sold out in my cart. On Amazon. There'll be more, Dre, so don't worry. There's going to be a lot of those, just like there was like a lot of the Mario ones. So yeah, you'll get another opportunity. Yes, hey, it worked just fine. Thank you, Mr. Davis. I appreciate that. What's up, Dank Meme? I only watch the streams. It's all good. Yes, everything went through, Mr. Davis. Everything went through. Thank you so much for the support, dude. Everything went through. Shout outs. So yeah, man. So Metroid Dread had a really big opening. To know exactly how good the opening was, it was interesting because shout out to my man Paul Gale Network. I was trying to put together the list here, but Paul Gale definitely beat me to it. We were comparing, or he was comparing, the sales of it. Yo, Paul Gale Network, tune in tier for 4 months. Thank you so much. And it's interesting to see the sales comparison of all the Metroid games. Metroid games of all time in terms of US NPD. Brand Smith, thank you for the $2. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, sir. So on the list here, we're going to go down the list. The first month sales of all the different Metroid games. Metroid Prime Pinball, 6,000 units, US NPD. Metroid Prime Trilogy on the Wii, 34,000 units. Metroid Prime Hunters on the Nintendo DS, that was 122,000 units. Metroid Zero Mission from the GBA, 151,000 units. Metroid Other M, 173,000 units. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, 192,000 units. Metroid Fusion, 199,000 units. Metroid Prime 3, 218,000 units. Metroid Prime, 363,000 units. And then Metroid Dread, 854,000 units. So in other words, Metroid Dread essentially outsold Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime 3, and Metroid Prime Fusion combined for the first month in NPD sales in the US. That is nuts to think about that. Think about that for a second. Metroid Prime, Metroid Fusion, and also Metroid Prime 3. Three of the top-selling Metroid games of all time in the first NPD. Three of the top-selling Metroid games, right? For the first month. Obviously, we can't count Super Metroid and the original Metroid. We didn't have NPD tracking back then. But that's nuts to see that, especially Prime. I mean, it freaking doubled up Prime, and then a little bit then some. That just goes to show you how the Switch, and like I talked about before, the Switch effect, it's real, you know. So yeah, man, yeah, it's pretty insane. And shout outs to Paul Gale for rounding up that information for me, man. Kelvin says, great stream as always. Thank you to give me awesome advice. SMT5 is great. Can't wait to play Pokemon as well. Shout outs, Kelvin. Glad that you're enjoying the games. It's funny how these people, Twitter, who knows sales, pretend they don't say it'll sell 3 billion in a year. I'd be very shocked. I mean, there's nothing right now. I mean, I get it a little bit if you said that before this came out, but I think that saying it after these numbers came out and after this is definitely a little bit more, you know, I think it's like, why would, I mean, if it doubles up the pace of the best-selling Metroid game of all time, I mean, I think it's just time to say, okay, well, there's a very high possibility at this point that it's going to do that, you know? So, I mean, that's what I would say if I was on the other side of the stick, you know? If that's even an expression that people use, other side of the line or whatever, other side of the fence. I would say that it's time to say, okay, like it's already sold probably about 50% of that 3 million at this point in less than a month. And that's not even counting the holiday. We still got the holiday. The holiday, Metroid Dread's going to pack on another probably 500,000 units, you know, to get it to pass 2 million. Get it probably pushing 2 million, 2 point something million. I mean, that's going on the low end 500,000. It might be more than that, you know? It might be more than 500,000 units for this holiday. So, I mean, that means it would only need 1 million for the rest of the year next year, which it can easily do 150,000 units, 175,000 units a month, you know, all the way up until October 8th of next year. You know, so right now it's not looking so good in terms of for the people who think that it's not going to do that, but you never know. It can be the anomaly of Switch games and absolutely nobody buys the game ever again at next year. Just nobody buys it, which hasn't really happened for most Switch big first-party Nintendo games, even the ones that aren't rated as good as Metroid. But, you know, I guess there's always a first time for everything, right? Let's see. It makes sense. I feel that there's way more today, especially with Twitch and YouTube streamers. Yeah, exactly. Like YouTube and Twitch, and they help keep games alive. They help sell more copies of games in the longer run than what happened back then. You know, because now it's like word of mouth, and it's also social media is essentially like the extension of word of mouth. You know, good and bad, good and bad. So yeah, Switch might finally surpass the PS2 sales. Yoshi, there is a possibility. But there's a possibility that it does. There's a possibility that it does in the long run. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it will eventually. Eventually it will. So yeah. 6 more days for the game of the holiday season. Okay. I saw that and I was stoked. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see how good it's doing. Chris says it deserves the sales. Hell of a game. Yes, it does. It's super sus. What's super sus? Powerful first 3 days, awesome first month. And Metroid Prime had a big live action theatrical trailer back in the day too. Major props to Nintendo and the Mercury Steam. Yeah, exactly. the demo Nintendo released for Metroid Dread is going to buff the sales of Metroid Dread, in my opinion. I think that it's going to help the residual sales. So it's going to help the, like, let's say you're not convinced, or let's say after the holiday period, because like everybody who wants Metroid Dread, you know, for the most part is convinced. There's some stragglers, right? But I think next year, like when, you know, when you look at the eShop top sales and you see like demo available, you know, Nintendo's going to make some social media posts. Like that's when it's going to help some of those people get those residual sales to get your booster sales up to about, you know, 100-something thousand a month, you know, and that'll get it to the past the 3 million mark. But absolutely, I think it's going to help out tremendously. I think next year, that's where it's really going to help out, when people are just kind of like, you know, eShop surfing, stuff like that. And they just, okay, there's a Metroid demo. Okay. You know, maybe if some like retailers have some sales too, you know, sometimes like with Metroid Dread or something like that, I think that would be, that's going to help out. Sometimes Nintendo has random, you know, big holiday sales, or they have random sales here and there throughout the year. Summer sale, maybe Metroid Dread goes on sale over the summer. That's going to help, you know. So I think there's a lot of different ways that it can be impactful with the demo. Skip, this says, and Prime 1 Remake comes in 2022. That can boost Dread. I think that just talking about Metroid next year, so if Nintendo reveals Metroid Prime 4, like actually reveals what's going on with it, that will boost up Dread. That will boost Dread too. So like just talking about any Metroid game that comes out. So if Nintendo does a new Metroid Prime trilogy, or a Metroid Prime 1 remaster or remake, or, you know, a Metroid whatever, Metroid Prime 4, you know, if they just talk about it, that's going to help out with Dread too, you know? Because remember when Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity was revealed, what did everybody do? They rushed out there and bought up all the copies of Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Nobody was buying that game on the Switch. And then all of a sudden, Age of Calamity was announced, that everybody rushed out and bought, you know, and bought up all the physical copies of Definitive Edition. So, yeah, man. Dreading your top 3 2D Metroid games? Absolutely. It might be. It's probably like my top Metroid game. I don't think it'll catch the I don't think it'll catch the PS2. Honestly, I think it has a very good shot. I mean, if you look at it right now, it's at the end of the year. It's at 100 million right now at this point. The PS2 is at 150. What is it? PS2 at 150 something million, 155 million. Current projections, Nintendo has about 24 million for this year, so they need to average about 25 million, a little bit over 25 million for the next 2 years to get in the territory, the 150 million range. And if Nintendo just discounts the system, or 3, 4, 5 years from now, if they still keep it alongside as a family of systems, they'll definitely pass it up. You're looking at it too short term, but the Switch sales would have to legitimately stop being sold within the next 3 to 4 years for it to not pass the PS2. Like something in year, I'd probably say 2023, it'd have to just stop. If Nintendo just leaves it and just lets it sell alongside, you know, and like actually just keeps it alongside like the next Switch, and then let's just say they discount it, but then they keep making like Switch and Switch 2 games. Like let's just say it's like Xbox One and Xbox Series, or it's like PS4 and PS5. If they just keep it along as a family, or they discount the Switch Lite to like $99, it'll definitely catch it. But it depends on how Nintendo supports it though. But right now, current projections, it's definitely going to pass it up. If you were to, if I was I am a betting man. If I was to bet, I would say that it's going to pass it up, but you just don't know how Nintendo's going to support it after 2023. You know, after Nintendo releases their next system. If Nintendo waits for their next system and waits till the end of 2023 or 2024 for the next Switch, then it'll definitely pass it up. If Nintendo keeps on supporting full bore 2022, 2023, and into 2024, it'll definitely pass it up, because right now the current projections are gonna put the Switch at 150 million by 2024. Right? So yeah, 2023, all of that, that'll be 125 million. Then that'd put it right around the PS2 area. So Nintendo would literally, it'd have to fall off a cliff to the point to where it stops selling in 2024, 2025, 2026, which I don't think I see it. I think I see Nintendo keeping it as like the lower budget end, right, and discounting it, and then the Switch 2 being that high end. So right now, projections definitely put it blazing past the PS2. I mean, and if you compare it, years aligned, it's definitely up on the PS2. Years aligned, it's up on it. It's actually selling at a faster rate than the PS2. So, all things considered right now, it does seem like it's going to pass it up. But you never know what's going to happen in the future. Just putting my analyst hat on. So Switch isn't catching the PS2. Look, I gave you guys data to how I think it is. If you guys don't think it will, that's fine by me. But based off of the current sales projection, like I said, Nintendo's averaging about 50 million units every 2 years. They've got another 24 million that they're going to do next year, another 24 million after that, or 25 million. That puts it at 50. That puts 50 million added on to the 100 million already by the end of this year. So that puts that at 150 million within the next 2 years, starting from next year, so 2024. So Nintendo would have to legitimately stop selling the system after 2024 or 2025 for it to not catch the PS2 or pass up the PS2 based off of current projections, or it'd have to legitimately fall off of a cliff and just stop being sold. That's just, like I said, that's my analyst hat. If you guys don't think it is, that's fine, no problem. But based off of the current numbers and projections, which is what an analyst would do, which is what I like to strive myself. I like to think that, I like to think about what's current sales, what's going on. It definitely seems like it will. Says, but what about the hardware itself? I agree, Nate. NVG Switch needs a boost in specs in order to keep the momentum. I still love the hybrid concept, but does it? That's the thing. But does it need a boost in specs to keep the momentum? Does it? Or does it need good games? Because that's what people said before, that it needs a boost in specs. And then look what happened with the Nintendo Switch OLED that came out. Switch OLED came out and it got a boost right there. So I don't know if it really needs that. I really don't know if it needs that personally. I don't think it does. I personally don't think it does, because they can sell 20, even if the sales dip. Let's just say, hey, they sell 25 million next year, and then they sell 20 million the year after that. Then they sell 15 million the year after that. And then they say 10 million the year after that. That would still pass up the PS2. You know what I'm saying? If they just, even if the sales just keep dipping and dipping and dipping, that would still put it past the PS2. Even if it's strong, they finish out this year strong, they finish out next year, because they have a hella games next year. That's going to put it right around there, So, I mean, the sales right now indicate that that's not the case. But if you guys say otherwise, that's fine. Also have the PS2 very, he says, oh, hey, what's up, Fairy Tiger? I'll tell the PS2 very easy. The only Switch needs is good games, fine as it is. I'm thinking more, it's dependent on Nintendo supporting it more so than about specs, because that's what people say, specs. It's going to help the specs. If that's the case, then if the specs were the thing, then Xbox is just going to outsell everybody then, right? But no, that's not the case. PlayStation is going to outsell Xbox. And I've never really seen a system, the strongest system in a generation usually never wins that generation, or never sells the most in that generation. Have you guys noticed that? Like many, many times, the strongest system in that generation doesn't win that generation. Now that could change, there could be something different that happens, but based on current sales projections, I think Nintendo needs to support the system more so than it being about the specs. Because people, if someone's going to buy a Switch, it's not going to be like an outside person. It's not going to be their main system. They don't really care about the specs. They just want to play it portable. They just want to play some of the games. Obviously, Nintendo's not getting the majority of big third-party games that are coming, so they're already selling what they're selling without getting all those big third-party games anyway. They don't get Call of Duty. They don't get FIFA. They don't get Madden. They don't get... they don't get Battlefield. They don't get all the big third-party games that are coming out now. That they haven't been getting those for the whole damn generation. There's just been a few older games that have came out, and very little day-and-date big third-party games like Mortal Kombat. There's been a few here and there, but for the most part, it's been nothing. So I don't really think that makes if Nintendo was more dependent on third-party, I'd be more inclined to agree. I think this is more about Nintendo having to actually support their system going forward, more so than specs, to be honest. Good to see you here, though, Fairy Tiger. I think it'll definitely be able to pass the PS2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it sold better than ever since it was launched. Yeah, launch aligned, the Switch is actually up on the PS2. Yes, from what I understand, launch aligned, Switch is selling faster than the PlayStation 2. Yes. Monado Mario has been a member for 26 months, and he says, thank you, OJ, for such an awesome stream, and Switch very likely surpassed the PS2. Remember, we always think that it won't pass the Wii, and look at it now. Yeah, there was a lot of people who felt that the Switch would not pass the Wii as well. They said that there's no way the Switch can pass the Wii. The Wii was lightning in a bottle. The Wii had the casual audience. The Wii had this, and the Wii had that. And I was like, no, don't be surprised if it does pass the Wii. I think that it could pass the Wii. And now look at where we're at. It's definitely going to pass the Wii very soon here. By the end of the year or by early next year, it's going to pass the Wii. So, I wouldn't doubt it, like I said, but many of you guys who probably felt that it wouldn't pass the Wii, now you guys are saying it's not going to pass the PS2. But it needs to get to the DS first. The DS needs to get to the DS, and then it can get to the PS2. But yeah, if you feel that it's not going to pass it, that's fine by me. I'm just looking at it from an analytical perspective. Things could just drop off dramatically, but it's really going to depend on how Nintendo supports the system. It really is. Let's see here. Thank you for liking my channel. I like you. Hey, what's up, man? Greetings from Guatemala. Shout out to Guatemala. Let's go, Julio. And thank you, Minato Mario, for the 26 months once again. I agree with you, OJ. Nintendo's got too many games on the way. Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel, probably Pokemon Legends Arceus, Bayonetta 3, Splatoon 3. Yeah, next year is fine. What I'm saying is it's the year after. I think that's where MVG and where Nate is coming from. Shout outs to Nate the Hate, by the way, wearing his shirt. So I like the podcast. I don't necessarily disagree with everything that they're saying. I just think that it's not necessarily, it's not dependent on specs. It's more dependent on if Nintendo supports it and price drops. I think price drops and games are probably more important than specs. That's where I disagree. Because the PS2 sold for a very, 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 very long time. The PS2 sold for a very, very, very long time. You know? So I think that's the biggest key right there is really just, you know, is really that. PS1? The PS1 is a little bit, I think the PS1's a little bit over the PS or the Wii, so it's gonna pass that up too. That's a pretty much guarantee. But is the software native, or will we see more and more cloud games from third parties specifically? Third parties aren't the thing that's selling the Switch though. That's the thing, Shinru. That's not what's selling the Switch. So like, Switch isn't getting the big third party games regardless. So whether they're cloud games or they're native, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that's not what's selling the Switch. Like third-party games aren't selling the Switch. Those are all just, that's just the side act. It's like the Cowboys of the 90s, right? Yeah, they had some role players, or like, but who actually won the games? Or let's look at the Jordan's Bulls. The reason why the Bulls won 6 championships was because of Michael Jordan first and foremost. Okay, Michael Jordan first and foremost. It was Phil Jackson, the coach, triangle offense. It was Michael Jordan, then it was Scottie Pippen. All right. Yeah, they had role players. They had Paxton. They had Cartwright. They had John Sally. But the reason why the Bulls won the championship was because of Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, okay? And Dennis Rodman. Those are the reasons why they won the championship. It's the same reason what they did. Like the first three-peat of the Michael Jordan Bulls, they had a bunch of guys as role players. They won 3. All those role players were gone. When Michael Jordan came back and won another 3, they got a bunch of different role players, okay? But they still won another 3 championships. But who'd they keep? Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan, and Scottie Pippen. And then they brought in Rodman. Okay, so at the end of the day, Rodman can be like Bayonetta 3. You know what I'm saying? As long as Nintendo has Mario and Zelda and they continue to make the games, that's what's going to sell the system, not the role players. That's what the third party games are. They're role players, but they are not the definitive reason why Switch is selling. The reason why Switch is selling is because of first party games. Let's make no mistake about it. Whether Kingdom Hearts 3 is native on the Switch or it's a cloud game, that's not going to dramatically tilt who buys the Switch or not. For old PS2 games. Just like Grand Theft Auto could come out on Switch or Grand Theft Auto could not come out on Switch. That wasn't going to affect how good the Switch sells. You know, it's on the Switch, cool, great. But it wouldn't have mattered if it's not. The Wii sold without Grand Theft Auto. All the Nintendo portables sold for the most part without Grand Theft Auto, or Grand Theft Auto had no effect on it. You know, the Wii didn't get literally almost all of the third-party games that sold the Xbox and PlayStation in the 7th gen. The Wii didn't get those games, and the Wii beat both of them. So I don't see how third-party is even a factor here at the end of the day, from what I'm seeing. No, Metroid Dread is not on sale. We're talking about the sales of Metroid Dread, not Metroid Dread is on sale. Let's see. Can I get a link to the playlist? It's a random playlist that just shuffles, Puchata. Third-party games just bring more flavor and variety to the exclusive Nintendo has. Just makes the lineup more... Exactly. Makes it more attractive, but it is not the defining factor of how the system is going to sell ultimately at the end of the day. And if you increase the install base, third-party developers will make the games. So they'll take their old games from whatever, and they'll do their best to adapt them. They'll bring back old PS2 games or old 360 games. They might make completely new games, or they'll make games that aren't like, it doesn't have to be the biggest and best third-party games. It can be games that aren't the biggest and best. It can be games like Dragon Quest 3 HD, the HD2. It can be games like that. It can be games like Trials of Mana. It can be games, you know, like Final Fantasy 12 Remaster. It doesn't have to be the biggest third-party games. It really doesn't, because the Switch doesn't get those, but it gets a bunch of other stuff. So that's my take, at least. Do you think we'll get a new Mario game or a new Mario Kart next year? I think it's definitely possible. Fear Tiger with the $5 is calling it now. Switch will not stop south of 160 million. Play anything from Balan Wonderworld. All right, I got you. Balan Wonderworld. Thank you for the $5, Mr. Fury Tiger. Good to see you back in the stream. I know it's late where you're at. No, it's late. Put 5 hours in SMT last night. Game is phenomenal. Yes, sir. It's addicting. Told you guys. Nintendo has an all-star team. Okay, we're not playing this. We're not playing this lyrics. All right, here we go. Hello, OJ. Don't forget our bet on Metroid Dread sales. What's our bet on Metroid Dread? I've bet so many people on Metroid Dread sales. What's our bet? I think we bet 100, didn't we? Or did we bet? I think you bet 50. And then I said if it doesn't get 3 million by that year, it would be 100. I give you 100 back, right? Oh yeah, I'm feeling very confident right now, my man. So feeling very confident about that. Don't worry, I won't forget. I will not forget. Let's see here. Oh no, not Balan. Hey OJ, did you already do the video on GTA Trilogy for the Switch? Not yet. I'm getting that video ready. Yo, the biggity! With that Toby Blaster! Let's go! Yo, shout out to the biggity with the $15. He says, if Nintendo were to do a Buck Bumble remake, it would easily sell 50 million Switches in 1 month and make Buck Bumble the fastest selling game with 60 million units in a month. Now hit that play button. All right, I got you right after Balan. Thank you, the biggity, for the $15. Also, Shin with the $10. Got you, OJ. You sure know your stuff. I'm glad I joined your community. Talk about video game sales and games themselves is fun. Appreciate you talking and taking the time to talk about it to us. You and the Spawncast are goated. Any song from Metroid Other M. I got you, man. No, and like I said, I could be wrong. So let me just make sure that I state this, guys. And I think, once again, this is like part of my maturation process. The evolution of PlayerEssence is making sure that when I speak to you guys, it's not going to be in a way that's going to be, you know, demeaning or like for entertainment value. Like you guys, because you guys know me, I like to joke around and stuff like that. But I'm just going to give you guys the facts of what I think. But absolutely, you guys could be right. You know, like I could be wrong. I could, maybe my predictions don't come out true, you know? So yeah. So I mean, I could be wrong, you know. I mean, I don't think I will be, but I definitely could be wrong. You know, there is always that possibility. And if I am, I'll definitely man up to it and say, hey, I was wrong on my prediction. You know, based on what I had to say. So absolutely, shouldn't we? Thank you for the 10, man. Love the content. Keep going. Thank you. I appreciate that, dude. So yeah. Let's see. That's you got the correct bet. All right, I got you, man. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. I feel very confident though. I mean, based off of my calculations, Dread is at about 50% of what it needs to be before the holiday. That is a very good sign for me. We've got the November month, we got the December month of sales and kids asking for stuff and all that, and woo, that is and they also moved Advance Wars, so Advance Wars gets moved out of December, so that's more people probably looking at Dread and looking, woo. I feel good. I feel absolutely great about where it's at right now. I feel great. I feel pretty good. SMT5 is really good. It is really good. It is. Brief chair essence. You've been wondering who did your anime character? Nate, or not Nate. Sorry, Evan from Spawncast. Evan, basically the tech guy, or like the editor for Spawnwave. All right, next up, Buck Bumble theme. The biggity Buck Bumble theme. Shout outs to the support today, boys and girls. I appreciate you guys coming through. Let's see if we can get some new elite ninjas. And I'll do my little Buck Bumble dance. Do a little bit of the Buck Bumble. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do the Buck Bumble. You gotta do the Buck Bumble dance. Let's go. The shimmy. Let's see. OJ been wondering. Okay, I already read that. Huddy says, you get your Fall of Man edition? I did get my Fall of Man edition. You guys want to see it? Give me 1 second. I plan on doing a mega unboxing of the Fall of Man edition very soon here. Very soon I'm going to do a mega unboxing of the Fall of Man edition, so that should be a lot of fun. So I did get it. So Fall of Man. It's in very good condition too. Very good. I got 2 of them actually, so very good condition. Very good. I don't know. I don't have any space on my shelf, or do I? No, it doesn't even fit. So yeah, no space on my shelf here. How about right here? All right, there we go. Put it right there for right now. Can't hear it? You should definitely be able to hear it. There we go. You guys can hear that now. This is your favorite song. This is not your favorite song. That's not true. Let's see. I love your energy. Also jealous of the special edition. SMT can't wait for mine next week. Hopefully, yeah. Luckily for me, I have an Amazon distribution center, like legitimately in the same area of where I live. So I usually get everything. Even when they say it's gonna be delayed, I usually get everything on time because we have a fat Amazon distribution center here. So I also potentially have a source that might work in that area. So he gives me little tips of what's hot, what games they're moving quite a bit or not. So, you know, I might have had a little bit of an inside source, but you know, you never know. You never know. Let's see. I say we replay. No, we're not replaying it. No, you guys heard it. Stop it. Stop trying to game the system. You guys heard it. SMT5 safety mode and One Punch Man. LOL, says Umar. All right, shout out to Umar. Thank you for the $1.99. I do appreciate that. Metroid Other M theme. OJ got the leaks. Just a little bit of inside information, maybe. A little bit of inside information. I was very confident. Noticed how at first, like, I would make jokes about Metroid fans not buying the game and like, you guys better buy Dread. And then all of a sudden, I kind of like changed my tune after I started hearing some things and started getting some information. So that's the reason why I knew it was going to have a good launch. And that special edition, by the way, that special edition is selling very well. Special editions. If Nintendo keeps supplying that, the game's going to keep selling. Thank you for the $1.99 though. I appreciate that. Got my SMT5 game today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see here. BDP was legit about not hearing the music. Okay, I'll play it right after Other M. I'll play it right after Other M. Give me a second, guys. Here, okay. I'll play it right after this. Calm down, Dre. I'll play it right after this. Even though Big Cup of Joe says I hear it, so you guys hear it. You guys are trying to troll a little bit, but it's okay. I'll play it again. Don't worry. The backpack was very small. The backpack is very small though. Oh, it's a very small backpack, unfortunately. Squidward Ghost, you can't be asking for a replay. You got to be at least an Elite Ninja to ask for a replay. My SMT5 Premium Edition came in yesterday with my Zelda Game & Watch. Yeah, did you post a picture on Twitter? I think I saw that. Do you think Metroid Dread will go on sale on Black Friday? No. I want to buy it, but not wait for a sale price. No, it will not. It will not go down. If you want the game, just get the game, or just, I mean, the only way that it goes on sale is like a retailer sale, and that will probably be next year. So you might be able to catch a little bit off of Amazon, maybe like 10 bucks off on Amazon here and there. But I highly doubt that it will. It's always possible. Maybe you get like 10 bucks off or something like that. But it's probably not going to go down anytime soon, at least not this year. But if it does, it wouldn't be a significant price. Like, you're not going to get like a $20 discount or anything like that. Yeah, I posted my pick on Twitter yesterday. Okay, cool. Good to see that. Let's see here. Frantically explaining to my parents the demonic compendium isn't what they think it is. By any chance, did you see my recent question I tagged you? Should have just typed it again. Let me see here. Shinru says, okay, here we go. I scroll back up. Any question about Dread? Any question about Dread? Would you recommend Metroid Dread to someone who likes 2D action games like Mega Man X or Zero Striker games? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I would. Definitely, I would. Definitely. I mean, it's a different flow, but if they like 2D, like side-scrolling shooting games, then yeah, Dread would definitely be right up their alley. You know, although Mega Man's more, you know, linear about how it goes about its business, but yeah, absolutely. If that was your question, Shinru, hopefully I answered it correctly. SMT sling bag is able to fit both my OLED grip and Breath of the Wild carrying case in it. Nice. Got my SMT5 Steelbook edition. Hey, there you go, Super Miguel. You ready for tomorrow? Not really, but I'll do my best. Like, I'm gonna try super hard. I'm gonna go try hard mode. So I'm not ready, but I will try to be ready. I know you guys have probably been practicing like crazy too, so I'll do my best to try. I will try. I was thinking about maybe streaming today with it, but I was like, nah, I'll just play tonight and play tomorrow morning in the morning, and I'll just head into the tournament that way. Just because to be honest, I really don't want to win the tournament. Like, I really don't want to win. I didn't want to train to win it, but even if I did, I don't want to win the tournament. I think one of you guys should win it. I mean, that's corny. I enter my own tournament and I win it. Like, not that I would. I'm just saying that's corny if it did happen. I just want to play in it. I got a question. Metroid Dread, I play the next level, beat the whole game, play the other game. Yeah, you can play the hard mode. Yeah, so if you want, you can play replay it with the hard mode, or you can go back into your same save file and play it, and get 100% of the items. Like, go look for all the items on the map. How do you find SMT 5? Difficult versus 4? They're about the same to me. I mean, maybe it feels a little bit more difficult in some respects, but I still need to beat the game and kind of get through everything. But yeah. SMT 5 is violently addicting. It was up till 2:30. Dude, that's the reason why I freaking don't get any sleep anymore. Because I'm playing SMT 5 all night until the morning. Honestly, like I've been I usually sleep early, but SMT 5 has been keeping me up playing all freaking night, man. So into the morning. So I'm the same way. So yeah. What's up, Manu? Hyper main stage. Yeah, we're having our own tournament. So if you want to check out our tournament tomorrow, you can check it out tomorrow too. You're not winning either way. PlayerEssence, you won't even make a top 8 according to people's predictions. I won't even make top 8 according to people's predictions. Oh, snap. Won't even make top 8. Man, that's rough, dude. That's rough. It's rough. Won't even make top 8? Damn. It's unfortunate. Well, we'll see. I might not make top 8. Not me. No trading. Honestly, I just enjoy playing with you and the community. Chupa is gonna win. Yeah, it's all good. I feel like I put in 10 hours yesterday. What, an SMT 5? SMT 5 battle theme slaps hard. It does. It's good. You gotta have a good battle theme. Gotta have a good battle theme. The boss battle themes are really good too. Like, I enjoy the boss battle themes. Although I did get wiped this morning. I was playing a little bit this morning, and just like it was like I don't know if it was like a stronger demon than usual, if it was like a sub boss, but like it just rolled up on me, and I initiated it, but for some reason it went first, and then it freaking multiple critical hit me and killed 2 of my demons. Then it critical hit me again, and my it had to have been some type of sub boss. Then critical hit me again and killed me. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Good thing I saved not too long ago, so I just have to redo a little bit. But yeah, it happens, man. Let's see. Metroid was freaking hard for me. SMT is more my thing. SMT was hard for you, or Metroid was freaking hard for you? Oh, Metroid was freaking hard for you. Yeah, I mean, Metroid. It's not easy. It's not super easy. It depends on what type of gamer you are, you know. Dude, one mistake could be GG's. Yeah, one mistake and you can be. Although I didn't make any mistakes though. The thing that I didn't really make any mistakes. It's just that the demon went first. But the thing about it is that SMT, even if you initiate the battle first, if the demon sees you, that still gives him an opportunity to. So like even if you slash and like you slash your sword, your hand beam, and you initiate that with the sword, if he sees you and charges towards you, that still gives him a chance at going first. The only way that it's guaranteed that you go first is if he doesn't notice you and then you also do the slash. But if the demon notices you, it doesn't matter if you initiated it first, he could still go first. So yeah, I asked this before, but what do you hate in RPGs for you and the community? What do I hate? What do you hate in RPGs? I don't know. I've never really thought about what I hate so much, more so than just stuff that I like. But I haven't really thought about, to be honest, I never really thought about that. Maybe like whenever you don't have tools to speed up the battle system. I mean, I think maybe that's type of stuff that I don't like in RPGs, or maybe you have like ways to where it's like, random battles can be like annoying. I think that it's always cool if you have like the ability to see the enemy and then go into it. Or even if it's like Pokemon where it's like tall grass can give you random battles, but then you can also see the Pokemon out in the open-ended. So I think maybe like random battles can be somewhat annoying at times, especially after how like they've modernized it, you know? But yeah, I don't know. But if you talk about Mr. Davis, I answered your question. I answered it. But type it again if you want me to if you didn't hear what I said. But I did answer your question though. Easy drawing magic in Final Fantasy VIII. Can't wait for my copy of SMT 5. I had to take advantage of buying 2 games and get one free. Backlog struggles are real, but because I got Tales of Arise 2. Yeah, that's pretty good. If you get Tales of Arise and SMT, it's a good deal. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, you know what? People are talking about the choppy. I don't see this choppy frame rate. I'm playing SMT 5 and people are saying, oh, the frame rate's just mess. I'm like, I don't see where people are. I mean, maybe there's like some drops, like a little bit of drops, then it goes like right back. But I don't really see all this like to the point to where it's so bad. Like honestly, and I've tried. Like I played the game. I put $60 into the game, and I really don't see like major frame rate problems or anything like that. I really don't see it. But I mean, people are saying that it is, but I don't know. Maybe because I'm not paying attention to. Oh, there's a frame rate right here. Like oh, frame rate. Oh, like I'm not doing that. Maybe or maybe because the battle system, it's a turn-based battle, so you don't. There's no frame rate issues in a turn-based battle game. Like when you're fighting. So maybe that's it, but I've tried. Like I went back when I did my review. I went back and I like ran through all the different areas, and I don't see all of this bad or choppy frame rate. You know, I really don't. You know, so yeah, man. I never said that I prefer 30 frames per second. I prefer 60. I mean, 60 would be ideal if we can. But no, nobody. I never said that, so no need to put words in my mouth. Can't wait till Shadow Man Remastered comes out. I've never really been into Shadow Man. What's so good about that game? Let me know. Random battles are kind of fading out, yeah. Or just make it to where you can see the enemy on the screen. So many people don't like how Unreal Engine looks. I think the game looks beautiful. What other RPGs have better graphics than SMT5? It's very little. In terms of major RPGs, I mean, look at like the E series, or I mean, those games don't look anywhere near as good as SMT5 on the Switch. Fully understand the random battle aggravation. I'm currently playing Breath of Fire on the Super Nintendo. Yeah, frame rate has been really solid. I'm also very attentive to that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe there's just some people that are probably more sensitive to it, or maybe you know they're used to 60. I'm not really sure. You know, but hey, it is what it is. You know. Can't wait to go home for work. Say, OJ, sorry if you didn't hear, take care of the patient, but I do got a question. Metroid Dread on hype. Beat the game yesterday. Very played at the next level. Yeah, I got you. I got you, man. Sounds good. Old classic games for the N64 times. Oh, okay. Yeah. This exploration is a bit jank. It's Atlas' first game, first time with Unreal. Exploration is a bit jank. I don't see how the exploration's a bit jank, but okay. I mean, for an RPG, exploration's a bit jank. I mean, what are you comparing it to? Compared to like what in terms of RPGs? Have you played GTA on the Switch? Thoughts and opinions? I barely played it. I just got done downloading it. But right now it's not looking so hot. When I say like if the game has like frame rate issues, from what I understand, like GTA 3 on Switch has like crazy frame, or could have like crazy frame rate issues. So I need to play that more though. I'm just using the English voices in SMT. So this is easily the best looking RPG. Yeah, I mean, if you don't like the look of it, like I get that, that's fine, you know. But I just don't see many other RPGs on Switch. Now, if you want to compare it to PS5 or compare it to like Tales, okay, I get that. But on Switch, I mean, look at the RPGs that have came out. You know, look at the newer. I mean, look at the biggest series is probably like the E series, or even. You know, if you look at like, Xenoblade Chronicles or anything like that, I mean, SMT5 to me looks better. The demon models are ridiculously good, you know? So yeah, man. Well, yeah, I mean, if you like your 144 frames per second, that's great. But I never said that I prefer 30. So there's no need to put words in my mouth. That's all I'm saying, Name. You know? So that's cool for you, and that's great. You prefer that, that's what you like to play, that's great. But just... that's fine. Just no need to say, like, you don't need to project and say, oh, well, I get what you like. Like, there's no need to, like, say that I said something that I never said. That's all I said, dude. You know? But like whatever you like, man. I don't care. Metroid, let's see here. I prefer just playing a good game, man. Whether it's at 60 or whether it's at 30, whether it's at 144. If the game is good or if the game plays good and I'm enjoying my game with it, like my time with the game, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, obviously, like certain games, like fighting games, that's great if it's at 60. But I mean, if I play a fighting game and if it's at 30 and the fighting game was really good, then that's cool. But I don't rate a game based off of the frame rate first and foremost. I rate a game based on how fun it is. I can play 144 frames per second game and it can still suck. 144 frames per second doesn't make the game good. That's not what I think about first when I play a game. Is, well, if the frame rate is this, then therefore I want this. I think about, like, I can play Battlefield, or I can play Call of Duty at 144 frames on PC, but I don't like Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty sucks. So I can play a game at a lower frame rate. I can play a Nintendo 3DS game or an NES game with lag and slowdown, and I think that's better than 144 frames per second. So it's based off the game. Obviously, the better the frame rate, you know, that's cool, but I'm not basing it off of frame rate first. I'm basing it off of what I like about the game first. And then if it has 144 frames, great. If it has 60 frames, great. If the frame rate is bad, I'll say, hey, it's bad. I don't think I like it that much, you know? So it's more based off of that. It's not based off of, frame rate first. That's not what it is. It's based on how good the game is. Because I've been playing games for 30 plus years, you know. I've been playing games for a long time, and I've played games in super high. I have a decked out PC where I can play games at super fast frame rates. That doesn't make the game play good to me. The game has to be good first and foremost, more so than anything, you know. And most games don't run at 144 frames per second, like, you know. So it doesn't matter. So that doesn't matter to me, because most games aren't going to run that. They're not going to run anywhere near that fast. So what's the point of worrying about that? I'm not thinking about that when I play a game, you know. Like, I don't have a frame rate counter that's telling me this. Like, that's just micromanaging my enjoyment of the game. I just play the game. If it's engaging, if it hooks me, if I like the combat, then, you know, then I'll play. Then I'll keep playing, you know. So yeah. SMT5 presentation is fantastic. Yeah, it's really good. I need my games at 10 frames per second or I ain't playing. Yeah. Demon models and animations are great. I would argue that they're better than Dragon Quest. I think that they are. Absolutely. I mean, the only thing that the animations, there's not a lot of unique, I mean, animations per individual demon. But like, they're still really good, you know. Like, the models are really, really nice looking, you know. I actually prefer smooth 30 frames per second. To be honest, it feels much more epic to me. A cinematic feel to you. Cinematic. I don't prefer anything. Whatever the game plays at, if I like the game, then I like the game. Like, if it's 30 and it's great, that's cool. If it would have been 60, that would have been better. But if I like, it's about liking the game. It's not about, I'm not a stickler on wondering where the frame rate is first and foremost. But if it runs it faster, if it runs it better, great. Like Skyward Sword right at 60, that's much better, right? That's awesome, cool. But I was already interested in playing Skyward Sword anyway, you know, again, or whatever, you know, like Tales of Arise. I was already interested in playing Tales of Arise, the next one, before I even knew what the frame rate was going to run at. I was still interested in playing Tales of Arise, you know, so it doesn't matter to me. But obviously it's great. So it's about the gameplay first, and then you move on to other things, you know. Or like, it's about, like, if the game is going to be good, like the mechanics and all that. I trust that most of the developers will make it to where it's playable, you know. Some of these people should play Pong at 120 hertz, 8K would be their game of the year. Yeah. So, but everybody plays games differently, though. I mean, I can't acknowledge that. Like, some people do like to look at that first and foremost, you know, in order to where to spend their time. And it's not about the mechanics and all that, because, you know, it's about to them, if it's fast enough or whatever the case is. So I get that too. I mean, just don't tell me. All I'm saying is just don't tell me what I said, you know, or don't put words in my mouth about what I said, more so than anything. That's the only thing that I would ask. So doesn't frame rate break games like Hyrule Warriors? I think for some people it does, but for me it didn't, because I loved the game. I loved Hyrule Warriors so much. It would have been better if it ran better, but I liked Age of Calamity more than I liked Definitive Edition. So Definitive Edition runs at 60 frames per second on the Switch. Age of Calamity runs at 30 frames per second with dips on the Switch. But I like Age of Calamity more than I like Definitive Edition, because the gameplay in Age of Calamity was better. The game mechanics was better. Obviously, it would be better if it ran at 60, like Definitive Edition, but I liked Age of Calamity more than I liked Definitive Edition, and I played and beat both of them, you know? So I think that perfectly sums up what I was trying to say. Obviously, it was better if it would be even a better game if it ran at 60, but that's not going to be the be-all, end-all for me. So yeah. Let's see here. Oh, hey, OG, I'm a bit late to the stream tonight, but can't wait to play SMT5. Been a day, but watching your stream is eating some jollof rice and stew. Oh, Hyrule, that sounds like a good deal. I like that. There are instances where certain games like Sekiro with lower frame rate or bad frame pacing can interfere with the gameplay, but people played it and gave it Game of the Year, and it doesn't run at 60 frames per second the whole time. That's the funny thing. You know, I guess it can, but it still didn't stop people from loving Sekiro and giving it a really good score. You know. So yeah, man. Missing the point to me, like dating a hot chick that is a toxic with terrible personality, but to each their own. Just depends. I mean, people, like, when they play their games, they want everything. They want it to be like perfect, right? And because you pay for it. So like I said, I get that. And like I completely get like frame rate sticklers or whatever the case is. Like I completely get that. I get why, but some people won't want to play, you know, Age of Calamity, or might not think that it breaks it to them, and that's completely fine. It's just not everybody has the same, you know, same opinion. Or the gameplay could be, or the game mechanics can be so addicting that addicting that you're willing to be like, okay, I'm cool with that. Like Age of Calamity does so many cool gameplay mechanics that are better than Definitive, like Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, that I like Age of Calamity more. Definitive Edition has way smoother gameplay, but Age of Calamity's mechanics are way better. Like the individual, like unique, you know, Sheikah Slate stuff is way better than what, like, you know, what was inside there. The characters, the animations and the characters and the gameplay in Age of Calamity is better than Definitive Edition. Like the uniqueness of each of the characters is better. Like it's just more fun to me. It's just way more fun. So, you know, but I wish it ran like Definitive Edition. That would have been great, but you know, whatever. Back in the day over here, we played Ocarina of Time at 50, I think at 50 hertz perspective. Yeah. Well, Ocarina of Time ran at 20 frames per second, you know, back in the day. So, I mean, some people still play the original N64 one running at 20 frames per second, right? So yeah. Or for example, like I played Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker on the PSP. That game runs at 20 frames per second. That's better than Metal Gear Solid 5 that I played at 60 frames per second, you know? So that's like way better than Metal Gear Solid 5. Like I like Peace Walker a lot more, you know? So yeah, man. It all depends. Obviously you don't want choppiness though. You don't want bad frame rate. Like you don't want that. And everybody's gameplay experience is going to be different, but you know, especially if like you're a PC guy. 240 frames per second or nothing. Super Mario World has frame rate. I didn't even notice Super Mario World's frame rate. See, that's the thing. Like, whenever I played Super Mario World, I don't even notice it. I don't even notice it because like the game is so good. Super Mario World is so good. If there is frame rate dips, I've never even thought about that in my life. I've never said, "Oh yeah, Super Mario World has frame rate." I never even knew that. If that's the case, if that's true, I've never even known that. So I mean, so yeah. You want to run your hand through your beard? You know what? You're not gonna. I actually don't know who you are, and I definitely don't want you touching me, a blank avatar touching me at all. So that's okay. How about you find somebody else, and you can run your hand through their beard instead? Okay, run it through their beard at 144 frames per second. Do that. All right. RG not showing up for the pre-show again. No, I didn't ask him to come. So. Sorry to take care of a patient. I got a question. Metroid Dread, I beat the game yesterday. Yeah, you can play it again. If you want to play the game again, Mr. Davis, you can play it again. And you can play it on hard mode. If you want to play it on hard mode. Or you can go back and get all the items in the game. Let's see here. You didn't get choppiness in old 2D games. Just slow down now and again. I mean, you could get some choppiness. I mean, that would be slowdown. Would it not be choppiness? I mean, sometimes you would get it to where it goes like, you know? Shinru deleted his message. Shinru's had enough of this dude. Oh man. See, look, I have a high tolerance. Look at that, guys. See how I've changed? I would have just banned that dude not banned. I would have just timed him out and made fun of his mom a long time ago. But I see. Look at that. I showed restraint. One of the mods got got tilted. Oh my gosh. Yo, Umar with the $5 says GTA Definitive Edition character models are way more terrifying than anything in SMT 5. Yeah, it happens. Thank you for the $5, Mr. Umar. Appreciate that. Y'all call me the weird one. Hey, look, Shinru. Look, man. Hey, look. You're good weird, though. You're just like furry weird. Like, furries are becoming normal, so it's like not even like weird like that. I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny how like some of the social media posts you be looking at. That's all. But you're like the good weird, Shinru. There's like nothing wrong with being like you're like the good weird. You're not the bad weird. I'm weird too, so it's okay. Let's see. I'm disappointed to see all these videos about Grand Theft Auto Trilogy running poorly on Switch when we see these companies learn to stop releasing broken games at launch. Well, it doesn't really run that good on all the systems, Derek Clay. Like, there's issues across the board. So it's more about an optimization thing, more so than a Switch thing. Yo, Jens VB with the €5. He says, loving SMT5 and your content. Thank you so much, Jen. JVB. We'll call you JVB. Thank you so much for the 5. Appreciate that, guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you. Let's see here. So thank you for the support. He said, I can put my hand through your beard. I have a picture. Okay, there you go. Take a picture. Go ahead and do it. Do that. I mean, you can virtually do it. Put on your Oculus and virtually do that. You know. I hope I'm not one of those bad weird guys. Umar, become a member and you will not be a bad weird guy. Anybody who's not an elite ninja here is definitely bad weird. How about that? If you become a member. So all of you guys that aren't members, become one, and you will be a good weird guy instead of a bad weird guy. How about that? That's my PlayerEssence guarantee. So let's see. Shinru got cut off in the last week on the Spawn cast. Oh man, did he? I think he did. It's a 20-year-old game, bro. How come SMT5 characters, GTA trilogy? Of course, SMT5 is gonna be better characters. It was built for the Switch. Well, no, it's not about the 20. It's about the optimization of the game. It's about the source code and optimization of the game. I mean, they're planning on doing patches. So once they do patches, I think it'll be better. You know, it'll be better than what it is right now. But yeah, obviously, it definitely could have used some more time for optimization. That's for sure. Yo, Sam B, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Elite Ninja Village. If I become one of your ninjas, do I get to run my hand through your beard? No. Right now, you're just a weird guy. You're a weird guy that puts words in my mouth. But if you become an elite ninja, you will be a good weird guy. You know? So that's what you get. And you also get a bunch of other benefits too. You get emotes, badges, all sorts of stuff. So, but no. No offense, but you know, happily engaged, happily married man. You know? So no, you will not get to run your hand through my beard in any circumstance. In any circumstance. But that's okay. You should still become a member anyway. Netflix or HBO Max would be great for Switch. Or we can have a trade-off. The mom comes over for a bit, and I get to take mom out for dinner. I'll let you run my hand through the beard. I'll let you and your mom run my hand through the beard. Deal? Give me the digits. Let me get them digits for the mom, for mama. Mama name. So we can have that deal. I take her out on a date. You know, introduce her to the fam. I'll let her and you run my hand through the beard. So there you go. What's up, Stealth 40K? Did I miss the Metroid stuff? I probably did. Yeah, you missed it, but we can talk about it now, though, Stealth. We can talk about it now. So I am Name's mom. Yeah, but it won't look better than SMT5 no matter what patches. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that it's going to look better than SMT5. Nobody's saying that. Who's saying that it's that PS2 ports are going to look better than a game built for the Switch? Nobody's actually saying that. I don't want to touch your beard, OJ. No offense. That's okay. That's okay, Derek. There should be no offense to somebody saying that. None taken, sir. Homebrew port of GTA 3 on Switch ran better. Rockstar wants us to forget they have filthy amounts of money. Yeah, they definitely should have done a better job of optimization. What's up, Reese, man? Metroid Prime 4 Special Edition themed Switch console when? Well, we haven't even seen Metroid Prime 4 yet, so let's get Metroid Prime 4 first before we start talking about any Special Edition consoles. All right, take it easy, man. You have a nice day, Name. He says that's bad weird. That's definitely bad. If you're talking about him, that's bad weird. Yeah, that's definitely bad weird. Yo, Nintendo Power with the 32 months of Elite Ninja support. Thank you so much, Nintendo Power. Good to see you here, man. Well over 2 years of support. Well over 2 years. That's crazy. It's crazy. Going on 3. Do you think SMT5 will end up on PC and PS4? It's possible, especially with that source code leak that was going around. But I don't know when it would happen, though. Maybe a year later it would come. but I'm not really sure. Maybe the project started that it was going to be on PS4 and PS4 and PC first, and Nintendo swooped in and bought rights to it or something. I'm not really sure. It's possible, but nobody really knows. It's a toss-up. We don't know. No Spawncast. Why do you say no Spawncast? Spawncast starts in about an hour. Let's see here. Kenny L with the membership. Thank you so much, Kenny L. Welcome to the Jonin Tier Squad. Thank you so much for becoming a brand new Elite Ninja on the channel. Thank you so much, Kenny L. Joining the Jonin Tier Squad. I appreciate that. You guys be like Kenny. Be like Kenny and become an Elite Ninja. Let's go. And he went for the Jonin tier, so he went 1 tier up as well. I appreciate that, man. Make sure you check out your emotes, your badge next to your name, and also your Discord access. Discord access as well. On the main homepage. Rockstar came with that GTA Fisher-Price remake. GTA Fisher-Price remake. SMT 5 was confirmed exclusive for Switch back in 2017. I'm very well aware of that. But what we're talking about right now is there was in the source code, there was a linking for PS4 and also for PC. Shout outs to Glenmore with the 4 months of membership. Thank you so much, Glenmore. Register. Thank you so much for becoming, or thank you for being an Elite Ninja. Tune in tier for 4 months. I appreciate that, man. So yeah. February 2022 for SMT port. I doubt that it would be that early. If it was February 2022, they would have already said that, right? They would have already stated that it was coming that early. There's no way that it comes out in November then in February, like that short of an exclusive period. That just seems to me like a really awkward. So November, December, January, February, 3 months of exclusivity. That doesn't seem right. If anything, it'd be at least a year, or at least it'd be 6 months to a year. It wouldn't be 3 months. You know, that just sounds weird. Glenmore, thank you for the $2. Do appreciate that. Was I got a question? Serious? You want the text beer a little creepy? That's a little creepy. Text beer? I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Davis. What are you talking about? Thank you for the $2. Do I appreciate that? Super chat. Got the hungry hippo chomping on that one up. Let's go. Thank you for the support. You know what's a good day when Metroid and Shin Megami Tensei 5 both trended on Twitter's video game section? Yes, sir. It's a very good day when we see those two games. Very good day. Yeah, Mr. Davis, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. KOTOR on the Switch. Yeah, you know what? I bought KOTOR and I did test it out. I need to make a video on KOTOR on the Switch. I really need to make a video on that. Hopefully I can make one for you guys soon. Maybe tomorrow morning. Maybe tomorrow morning I'll have it. So yeah. Maybe tomorrow morning. KOTOR has been so good. Yeah, KOTOR is good. I've not been able to finish Dragon Quest 11, and now OJ is hyping Shin Megami Tensei 5. Shin Megami Tensei 5 to me is better than Dragon Quest 11. So I think that the gameplay in SMT 5 is more addictive than the gameplay in Dragon Quest. Yo, thank you so much, Huddy. Upgrading to that Jonin tier ninja. Let's go. Thank you so much, Huddy. I do appreciate that. Thank you, man. Actually, I do gotta change the name of this. So let's change the name. From members just to ninja. Changing the name. There we go. So now we got more room for our stream ninja. So there we go. Let's see here. That would be awesome OJ video on KOTOR. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a video. I downloaded it. I played it a little bit. So I'm just trying to do. I've got so many videos, guys. I got so many videos that I'm doing. I gotta catch up. I've already been trying to catch up. So yeah. Text bubble is pretty big screen combat. Other than that, running the tech. There's a text bubble that's pretty big on screen. Oh, you talk about like KOTOR. Love KOTOR, but I already played the original Xbox after complaints about GTA Collection. I'm dealing with whether I should get KOTOR remastered or just buy the original on Switch again. Well, the KOTOR remaster, we have no idea when that KOTOR... You mean like the KOTOR remake from Sony? That's going to be on PS5? We have no idea when that's coming. So, I mean, we have no idea. I mean, if you've already bought the game on Xbox and you play it on there or you like it on there, then there's no reason. I would say the reason why to get KOTOR on Switch is portability. Like, play it lying down in bed. Like, KOTOR is not a game at this point that you need to really play docked up to a TV. but I think that it'll actually, I think, look better playing on a portable, especially if you have a Switch OLED, because then you don't got to worry about the models. Like, it's shrunken down, right? I think all PS2, GameCube remasters, re-releases look better to me, you know, on the Switch screen than sometimes on the TV. But yeah, I would just say if you want to get it just for portability. But I mean, I played KOTOR a long time ago, and I barely remember it, even though I beat it multiple times. Just for some reason, I don't remember. I just remember it being good, but I just bought it because I just want to support old school BioWare, you know? I don't think KOTOR 2 is better. I think KOTOR 1 is definitely better than KOTOR 2. Says, I agree about Age of Calamity. I put a lot of hours into Hyrule Warriors, but Age of Calamity hooked me so much more. Master Sword Master Sword and theme. The Knight Who Seals the Darkness is kind of epic. Yeah, the music's better too. Age of Calamity, like, the production value is much better. You can tell that they spent more time, money, and effort into the story, production value. It has a canon story, you know. It has a you know, the production value is better. The graphics are better. But the frame rate is obviously, that's just the issue in that game. That's why I'm hoping when the next Switch comes out, they'll patch it, or it'll just run better. It'll be like you know, like the boost mode like Xbox has. It'll just run better on the next Switch, and then I'll replay it again. You know, I'll replay it again and do all the DLC and do all the stuff again on the next Switch. But there's really no reason for me to keep on going back into it when I know that the next Switch is around the corner or so, and then I can just replay it on there, you know. So, because I've already played it, beat the hell out of it, you know. So yeah, I put like 100 hours into the Age of Calamity on Switch. What's your favorite part of doing the Spawn cast? Also, thoughts on the Switch GTA Remastered if you picked that up on there. Yeah, my favorite part of doing the Spawn cast is talking to all the homies. And I picked up the GTA collection, but I still need to play it more. Not really a 2D side-scroll platform kind of guy, so I never played Metroid. Should give it a shot, see if you like it. I was never really a what's that type of game called? Like Hades, you know? What are those games called again? Fudge. I know what these games are called, but I'm old, so I can't remember. Rogue. I wasn't really a Rogue guy either. And then I played Hades, and Hades was that game that said, okay, I kind of like this. Roguelike. Yeah, I was never a fan of roguelike games. Never a fan. But then Hades came, and I like this game. So yeah. So you never know until you try it. Thoughts on early Halo multiplayer rumor to come out on the 15th? Cool. Never like 2D platform until Metroid Dread. It's worth trying. Yeah, exactly. It's worth trying. I mean, there's a demo up on the eShop, so if you've got a Switch, if you've got some time, the demo is hella short, so try out the demo and see if you like it. I mean, it's right there for you to try. Or if you have Nintendo Switch Online, you have Super Metroid right there. You have the original Metroid right there. So there's free ways to try it out. So give it a shot. Dread's better than Hades. I mean, it depends on what type of games you like, to be honest. Like, I can see why some people would like Hades more. I can see why some people would like Dread more. I personally think I like Dread more than I like Hades. But I would say Hades is just as good of a game. I don't think it's like a worse game than Dread. Sucks being in a train. I wish I could be home playing more SMT 5. Oh, you didn't bring your Switch with you on the train? Super Robot Wars? Yeah, I've played that game before. Dying Light is amazing. Port on Switch straight up. Yeah, I've heard it's pretty good from what I've seen. How many games do I beat in a year? I don't know. I don't count how many games I beat in a year, dude. Alexander. To be honest, I don't count. I don't care. I just play the games. Whatever game it hooks me enough to beat it, then I'll beat it. But I don't mean... I beat Super Mario 3D World this year. I mean, if you count beating Monster Hunter, I beat that at Bravely Default. You know, I'm not really counting, you know, Skyward Sword. I don't know. So yeah, I beat a Metroid Dread. You know, Cruising Black. I mean, can you beat Cruising? Whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I beat a lot of games. Not really sure. But yeah, I don't count. So I see, that's the funny thing. There's conflicting reports of SMT. I think it runs fairly good on the Switch, but some people say that it's choppy, it doesn't run good. So I would just say watch the gameplay. Like I played the game live on the Atlas channel, so I didn't really see any choppy gameplay. I'm not sure if you guys did, but I played the game live on the Atlas channel, and I've been playing the game, and I've recorded if you watched my video, watch my videos, guys. My Shin Megami Tensei 5 review, I used my gameplay footage. That was my gameplay footage. Outside of like a couple things talking about the story, I used all of my own gameplay footage for the SMT5 review that I did. So go watch my SMT5 review where I ran around, and I did talk about the frame rate. Like some places it could be, and I talked about how like the frame rate of the demons, like when you're far away, they cut it in half. I think it's like 15 frames per second or something like that, or it runs at a lower frame rate, or like a lower frame, like they animate lower frame rate. But I didn't see a bunch of choppiness and all. And like I said, I captured it directly from my Switch. I was running around in the open-ended areas, like, and I didn't see all that. But there's some people that say, "Oh no, I can see it. I know it's there." I'm just like, okay, I guess, you know. Alan with the $10 and says, "Got my steelbook." JoJo says, "SMT5 can't wait to start playing." Shoutouts, let's go. 28 frames, 28-1. I don't know about all that, dude. I don't think it does, but hey, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is that I'm playing it, and it's fine to me. Did you see the Brie Larson's Metroid Dread promo? More ammo for the game to succeed. Yeah, she has a deal. She has a sponsorship deal.
I want to shake your hand.
With it. So shout outs to my man Alan. Thank you for the $10, my boy. You guys give Alan E some love. JoJo boys in the house. Appreciate that, man. Shinru with the $3 says, "This is gonna sound weird, but I would love Supergiant. The team behind Hades would make a 3D Zelda game in that style. Maybe a new top-down Zelda game. Any track from Zelda, link between worlds." I think that's definitely possible. I actually think that's possible, and I'll tell you guys why in just a bit. Let me get this music going here. Zelda, link between worlds. The reason why I think that's possible is because Nintendo and Supergiant Games are like homies. They're like tight. I wouldn't be surprised if next year we get some type of, or someday we get some type of Zelda top-down action game from Supergiant Games, from the people that made Hades. I'm actually not surprised. They've had them on Nintendo Minute multiple times. I know that they've been talking, and I know that Nintendo worked with the people that make the Necrodancer game for a different type of Zelda game, right? And those guys were really tight. They had them on Nintendo Minute, so I would not be surprised if there was something from them in the Zelda universe. I would not. So yeah. All right, actually, hold up. Not sure you need more than 30 frames per second for turn-based RPG. Well, they're talking about like the open world segments, Wave Symphony, like the open, like where you're running around and jumping and platforming and stuff like that. Death's Door. I'm gonna check out Death's Door on the Switch. Hype for South Park post-COVID movie releasing. I have no idea even what the. I mean, I know what South Park is, but no, I'm not hyped for South Park. Been getting into RPGs lately. What's your top 5? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what my top 5 of all time is, Nathan. I mean, I like Chrono Trigger. I think SMT5 might be in the top 5 once it's all said and done. But I mean, I like Final Fantasy. I like Chrono Trigger. I like Xenoblade Chronicles. I like those games. So I mean, but I'd have to think about what my top 5 is. I mean, I don't know. Haven't really thought too much about it. I'm telling you, you all go play SMT5. It's really good. SMT5 is super, super, super good. You guys should all play. If you like RPGs, you should play it. If you like RPGs, JRPGs, you should definitely play SMT5. It's really good. Check it out. You know, check it out. So yeah. Oh no, what is going on here? What? Oh no. Oh no, I'm watching something. No. Oh my gosh, ew! Anyway, I saw something on Twitter. Miss David, I hate Twitter. I'm exiting out of Twitter right now. I hate Twitter. I'm not gonna be on Twitter anymore. Anyway, moving on. Derek Clay with the dog on says, I don't support furries. Play Star Fox music. Alright, I got you. Star Fox. Star Fox. We'll play it right after this track, alright? And what's good, YZ250 Moto? What's up, Chupacabra? Double D, David Drayton posted something on Twitter. If you guys follow Double D on Twitter, go look at what he posted on Twitter. Go on his page. You guys know Double D. Go on his page and look what he linked on Twitter. And I saw that because I was checking. I was just checking something real quick, like Spawncast stuff, just to see like what's going on there. And yeah. So do you think the rumors of the Halo Infinite multiplayer coming out on the 15th to celebrate Halo's 20th anniversary are true? I mean, Nate thinks it is. It seems like it could be. So we'll see what happens. It's not long till that happens here, so we'll see. You know, whether it's true or not, we'll see soon. Says, man, I just see some old man. I'm telling you, dude. No, it wasn't that. It was not that. But let's play some Corneria. All right, we got Q&A, guys. If you guys have questions, I've got answers for you. We're talking about Metroid Dread. We're talking about SMT. We're talking about whatever you guys want to talk about when it comes to video gaming. So feel free to drop your questions. You can tag me at PlayerEssence. Hashtag PlayerEssence by itself. What about Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania? What do I think? It's all right, but I've never been a huge Monkey Ball fan. So yeah. You had me at Double D. That's funny. Oh man. I remember when Star Fox first came out back in the day. I remember trying to explain to people what Star Fox was. I was like, it's like sharp graphicsy things, triangles, but it's like really good looking and it's like flying into screen. And I couldn't explain what Star Fox was because it was so new. It was so new and so innovative. I had no idea how to explain it to my friends because, like, you know, back then we didn't have like all the, you know, internet and all that type of stuff. So I was trying to explain it to them and they're like, dude, this game, what are you talking, like, we fly, like, they're like, what, it's like, were you like, they're like, it's like Gradius, right? Like, you like Gradius? I was like, no, not Gradius, not that. It's like in. I was like, triangles in polygon thingies, you know, and like you shoot and like there's like animals and they're like, dude, they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, dude, just come over to my house, play the game, trust me. And then I remember the weekend they came over and they played, they were like, their minds were blown when we first played Star Fox. Minds were like, they could not believe what was on the screen. It was nuts. This is early 90s. This is one of the first early 90s. So man, it was crazy, dude. It was crazy. Nintendo Switch only guy told me cannot pick up SD card because new one. So you need a new SD card. Yeah, you can get go on Amazon and just type in Nintendo Switch SD card. And you'll find some good ones that are for the Switch on there. SMT5 demo. Nah, probably not an SMT5 demo. No, it's hard to kind of convey the game with the demo. I mean, it's possible, but I mean, if it's pretty straightforward. Look at the game. Like, if you, I mean, I don't think you really need one. But I mean, if it came, that'd be great. But just look at the game. It's the same SMT, but just obviously done way better. You know, graphics and everything wise.
Hey you, I want to shake your hand.
Yo, shout outs to Fairy Tiger. Thank you for the dog donation. It says Frogs theme. Yo, let's go. Frogs theme. Speaking of frogs, Slippy. Speaking of frog, let's go. All right, this one's we got to play this one because the other one's copyrighted. So we're going to play this one. Yo, Emma G, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing. It's Twitter. Yeah, Twitter is a cesspool of misinformation and weird information. The SNES one is honestly too hard for me. but I got my N64 Switch controller in the mail. The Super Nintendo one is not that hard. It's an easy game. I beat it back in the day. Did I try Oceanhorn 1 and 2? Yeah, I like them. Check out my streams. I have some streams on Oceanhorn 2. That's good. What's the largest size micro SD card that's supported on the Switch? I think 1 terabyte. I really enjoyed SMT5. Gets you right into the action of the game quickly. It does. Not really a lot of dilly-dallying around. So my boyfriend just started playing Breath of the Wild for the first time and decided to start off the Master Mode after finishing Skyrim Legendary. How screwed is he? He's very much screwed. But there's always those trial by fire people, Emma. So your boyfriend, I mean, he might be dying over and over, but he's gonna learn. He's gonna learn the hard way. But it's possible to beat it. It's possible. 1 BT for cards on Switch. I think you want 1 terabyte. I think you want 1 TB. One more remix. Frog theme. All right, take it easy, Blaze. Yeah, but I like everything about SMT5. I mean, there's not really much that I don't like about the game. I think it's just fantastic, great game, man. SMT5 is already out. Yeah, I'm very aware that SMT5 is already out, Alan. I'm very aware of that. If you've watched my channel, I've literally covered the game quite a bit. If you watch the Atlas channel, I was actually playing it before it came out on the Atlas channel as well, the Atlas official Atlas channel. So I'm very well aware that it's out, my boy. Let's see. I'll check out your video. Hey, no problem. You don't got to do it right now, man. If you want to watch the stream, do it right now. Just do it later. You can watch it later. It's a long stream. It's not like a short video. So yeah. So just check it out later whenever you get the opportunity. But yeah, I like it. I mean, you don't have to watch it though. It was a stream from a while ago. So, but yeah, if you ever want to just watch something, you know, it's there. If you want to watch it. So yeah. No, it's not. It's a conspiracy. Think we can get some SMT5 amiibo? Probably not. If they didn't make it right down at this point, then it's not going to happen. So yeah. Is SMT5 good for beginners? Yeah, watch my video that I did on it, Disabled Bones. I did my review where I talk about there's easy modes in the game. Nocturne was the only SMT game I enjoyed to finish. I think I like 5. Yeah, watch my review, guys. If I talk about all that type of stuff inside my review of SMT5. If you like Nocturne, then you should like this one. I mean, really, to be honest. But check out my review for more information on that. If you guys, because clearly some of these questions are people, you're not watching my SMT5 content, you know? So watch it if you want to get more of a, like, pair the words with the actual video. The reason why I'm telling you, like, I'm not just telling you right now just to listen to my words is because, in my opinion, when you talk about getting a game, you should see the game and then hear the person's words that are talking about it. Not just talking about it, you know? So that's why I always refer my videos like, hey, should I get this? Well, if you watch my gameplay, you might find something that you don't like in there, you know? Because anybody can tell you anything. I can tell you, hey, you know, you're going to like, I don't know, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Okay, well, show me the gameplay to go along. The gameplay doesn't support what I'm saying. So, you know, watch the vids, guys, on the, you know, on what I have, like when I do a review or when I talk about things, watch the vids to pair the gameplay with my words, and then you can make a better and more informed decision, you know? It's like to avoid spoilers, so I don't watch many reviews. Yeah, but you're also, if you don't do that, you don't have to watch many reviews, just watch my content, you know? Because I don't spoil anything, you know? I'm not a spoiler person. So watch my content then. If that's the case, then just watch my content. But you should never take anybody's word when it comes to getting a game at purely face value. Like, honestly, you should never do that. You should at least see some trailers, at least see some gameplay. You should never, ever, ever just, if somebody says, oh yeah, buy it. Okay, I'll buy it. You should never do that. Honestly, don't do that. You should always look and have words paired with it. Or if you have the game God eyes like me, I don't need any words. All I need to do is just see the game. So I just need to look at it, look at the gameplay, and then I know if I'm going to like it or not. But most people don't have that. So I would say that and I'm not having a god complex, guys, when I say that. It's more of a joke that I talked about the other day, where I just have to look at games and I know if I'll like it because I've been playing games for so long. So I'm not trying to be cocky or anything like that, but it's just something that I've just developed over the years, you know. But yeah, you should always at least pair the, you know, what somebody says with their words, because it just, I've seen too many times where people say, man, this person told me not to recommend a game, or this person said this game sucks, and then I played the game and the game was, how many times have you guys seen that before? Somebody said this sucks or this is bad, and then you try it out and it's good. Anybody here, press 1 in the chat if you've ever heard somebody say this before you played a game, this game sucks, and they were adamant about that, and then you played it and it was good. Press 1 in the chat if that's ever happened to you. 1. Literally, everybody. 1. Everyone's pressing 1, right? That's why I'm telling you guys, make sure you pair whatever somebody's saying with actual content footage for your own eyes. So then you know, okay, that's what's bad, that's what's bad, that's what's bad. Okay, maybe not, you know? So, went to say I want GameStop. The guy told me I cannot pick SD card inside my new one. I guess just why is that? An SD card's not gonna work? No, SD card should work. It should work. This is actually there's some opposite. They keep saying the game is great. It doesn't matter if you reverse it. What I'm saying is still true though. Even if someone says the game is great, it's the same thing though. DKC Gaming. Remember, what did I say? I said SMT 5 is great, but then what else did I say? Go watch my review, right? Did I not say that? So it wasn't just a negative thing. It was on both sides. I even told people here, yes, SMT 5 is fantastic, but please go watch my video to pair my words with the gameplay. I didn't just say, oh yeah, SMT 5 is the greatest thing ever. Yeah, go buy it. And I didn't tell them just to do that and not watch. I said, hey, watch the footage too. So it goes both ways. It's not just, oh, well, if someone says that it sucks, even if someone says that it's good, you should still go seek out, okay, let me pair that, what that person says with the gameplay. So it's both ways. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, you know? I mean, Death Stranding could be that. Like, I personally don't like Death Stranding, you know? And I've played the game, and I can tell you why I don't like Death Stranding. But for other people, you might like the gameplay or like what other people do. It just depends. But, you know, that's fine. You know, some people said Death Stranding sucks, and then they go and play it, then they think it's good. Some people say Death Stranding's good, then they go play it, then it sucks. But that's why it's always about you looking at it yourself and you making the best decision, not you just taking somebody's word for it, like 100%. You know, you should always at least pair that with some footage of your own, you know, not just on a blind recommendation of a game, you know, or just like from them. Oh yeah, they say it's good. Okay, I'm just gonna go get it. It's like, nah, you got to see something on it. You can't just go get it, you know. You think SMT collection part 1 through 3? SMT, well, there's already SMT 3 on the Switch, so you mean 1 and 2? So, I mean, maybe it's possible. I think I agree with you with The Last of Us. I played The Last of Us 1 and Last of Us 2, and I've only beat those games one time each. I will never go back and play those games. They're too cinematic. They're too samey. There's replay value, especially in part 2 has hella replay value in terms of what you can do. But the stories are too involved. It's too cinematic for me to go back and want to do it again. But that's just me, though. Last of Us is extremely overrated. I don't think it is. I think The Last of Us is a good franchise. Critics hated on Days Gone, but when I played it, ended up being my favorite, my personal game of the year. Exactly. There you go. I don't like first-person Resident Evil either. But it's good, though. They make first-person Resident Evil and they make third-person Resident Evil, so it's fine. So it's all good. It is all good. But, all right, guys. Milestones for the stream. Got a new topic. Milestones for the stream. thank you guys so much for watching today. I am going to take a little bit of a break before the Spawncast. We have the Spawncast tonight at 9 p.m. ET. 9 p.m. ET is the Spawncast. So if you want to watch me on there, you guys can check it out. Shout outs to everybody who was watching today. We had a great stream. It was a lot of fun. I know a lot of people were watching through. We had 200 plus viewers almost the whole time. So thank you guys so much for the awesome viewership and stream. If you want to watch more PlayerEssence and more OJ for all the new people, I create content all the time on the channel. I have some of the most in-depth content, sales analysis discussions, Nintendo Switch news. We are going to reboot. Switch news is back. We are doing that in a really big way where you get full packed episodes of different Switch news that maybe you didn't know about. We've got unboxings coming up. We've got replays of live streams as well. So if you ever want to watch any of my previous live streams, you can always do that. It's actually really easy to do so. So I'm going to help you guys out real quick here. So let's go ahead and get into this. So if you ever want to watch anything on my channel, it's always right here for you guys. All the new uploads are here for you guys. Every day we're creating content, sometimes even 2 times a day with new videos. If you want to get in-depth analysis or reviews, here's my review on SMT 5. Talk about rumors as well, RPG news, and also individual opinion pieces as well. That's all up on the channel. Any of my past live streams, if you want to go back, if you're new and say, okay, this OJ guy, he's kind of crazy, you can watch all my past live streams. Are all available. As soon as they're done, you can watch all of them. RPG news, if you're just looking into RPGs, all that stuff is right here for you guys. All the best RPG news is listed for you guys. Or even if you want to see some of my most popular uploads, they're all there on the channel, individually ready for you guys. If you're a member, you can always go to your membership page and you can check all of your what you get, all of your access, what you get for each membership tier and everything. It's all there for you guys right there on the membership page. So you guys make sure you take advantage of that if you want to see when your badge evolves and all of that and what you get, you know, in the streams and all of that. So it's all there as well. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for the viewers, the new members. Thank you guys for everything. I do appreciate that. And I will see you guys very soon if you're coming out to the Spawncast. And if not, tomorrow we have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Great Ninja War, the King of Smash tournament that is going down tomorrow. So we'll be back for that tomorrow morning. So it should be good. So all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate that. Check out the vids, of course. And we will see you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's stream. All right, guys. Peace. Thank you for the support today. I appreciate it.